You're just a tease. Yeah, what a fucking line.
So, is that window on the bottom floor, or is that's the
No,
second
that's a
floor,
second floor
right?
window. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
All right.
Which is interesting too. I'll bring that window issue back because later on when they're in the house, and he gets like sent away from the police for the first time as a suspect.
Yeah.
I'm also curious to see if you think that both him and Stu were there, or if it was just him and he ditched the costume
Oh
and
no,
climbed in through the window
it
real
was
quick.
definitely both of them. Stu was the one that was in the closet. Because
Okay. Damn.
he puts both hands up on the knife, and Stu always does that
Really?
to stab. Yeah, anytime that you see both hands, it's most likely him, and when it's one hand, it's Billy.
Oh shit.
At least in
Yeah,
my
I did not
opinion.
know
Yeah,
that. I did not know
and also another thing that you're definitely gonna keep a fucking eye out for is in that scene, she headbutts Ghostface, right?
that. Hmm.
And in one of the following scenes, they're at school, and Rose McGowan Tatum, she's talking to Stu, and Stu is looking in the mirror at his forehead, seeing if there's a bruise. You can see him doing it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's awesome.
There's another thing you're gonna have to look out for in a second too, but we'll get there. Henry Winkler as the principal, dude.
Oh, dude, he's great.
I really wish he could have stuck around and been like a reoccurring character.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like what could they really do with him? Because once the second movie comes out, they're at college, and then the third
That's
one,
true. That's
yeah, I
true.
was gonna say there's not much use for a principal. He could have played
Yeah.
like a bigger role, perhaps, but I love him as the principal, especially when he we'll get there, but with the scissors.
Oh yeah. Fucking great stuff.
Oh man, it's great. Look at Jamie Kennedy's shoes. What are those?
I missed him. I'll have to check him out again.
Oh boy, they're like these lime green like dress shoes. It's weird.
So I enjoy the scene, but God, the exposition. Just no. There's a lot of exposition in this movie.
And at the same time, I feel like the only reason we point these things out is because we already know. You know,
Oh yeah,
obviously,
absolutely.
it's nowhere near as noticeable.
But right after when he's like, "Thanks, buddy," the way he just kind
Yeah.
of slowly turns away is just like fucking
Mm-hmm.
awesome.
Yeah, and there's
Tell
like
me something.
a look in
Did you
his
really
eye.
put her liver in the mailbox? Because I heard they found her liver in the mailbox. And started making me angry. Just
Airstream.
fucking words.
Yeah.
So when I watched this last night, I completely forgot that this takes place only 1 year after her mom got killed. For some reason, I thought it took place like more time
Years.
later.
Yeah, many
Yeah,
years after.
for
I
some reason, I don't know why I forgot that, but
I'm glad you pointed that out. I've never really thought about that. I've never taken into account it was just a year before.
it
Because
makes it more poetic too. Like by the end, when
I mean, I
the killers
guess
are
so,
revealed.
but also it makes Billy seem more of a bitch in my opinion because he he goes on like that whole mommy and daddy rant at the end, you know?
Mhm.
And it's like, dude, it was just a year ago. You're like fucking what? Like 17? Why are you calling like it seemed like
Yeah,
it would have happened earlier in his life, you know, by the way he's talking
yeah.
about it. I don't know.
No, I completely agree. It's like my parents got divorced. I don't want to kill anyone. Like
Exactly, and you're
my
not going
dad cheated
around
on
being
my
like,
mom.
"Oh, your mommy went with my daddy." What like I
Yeah.
don't know.
But
Uh,
I guess I'm not a psychopathic killer, so whatever.
yeah.
While I find that, like I said, Drew Barrymore's acting in the beginning was kind of iffy for me. I love Neve Campbell's acting in this whole scene
Oh,
with her
yeah.
first scene with the killer on the phone. Fucking great acting
Yeah,
there.
dude. It's great.
And
I
just
li-
think, we live in a society now where you can pause any porno on the internet and see a penis anytime you want. You don't have to rent a
Oh,
VHS. You just go to
yeah, exactly. Tom what who was it? Tom Cruise? Is that who it was?
yeah,
Yeah.
someone like that. Yeah. Like, wow, 96, that was rough. You had to pause it at the right moment.
Or just take a picture
Or
as it's
that, yeah.
paused. Yeah.
I love that she in 1996 she calls 911 on the internet. How progressive.
Yeah, I know you tried to comment on that. Sorry for cutting you off, but
You're
yeah,
totally fine. It's just
it,
silly.
it is very silly. Like, geez, I could barely even get online within 5 minutes, let alone we're having instant messaging with the
Yeah,
cops.
right.
Yeah,
Hold on, I gotta get the dial up
yeah,
going.
yeah. And then the cops are there that quick too. I mean, that's the best police response I have ever seen in my life. Fuck.
I know, right? So, a question for you too. If you think
Yes.
that it was Stu in the mask and Billy just waiting outside on the phone until he creeps in,
Hmm.
was their plan to kill Sydney right then, or were they always meaning for it to go down like this?
So, yeah, this is something I've heard a lot of people discuss, and my take on it was that they were always going to just scare her because they've already kidnapped her dad at this point. So why would they kill her now when they need to blame her dad?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It was they
Yeah.
weren't ever going to kill her, but
I was going to
I
say
don't know.
because at this point they need to get Billy kind of incarcerated so no one thinks it's him now, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it definitely was just supposed to be caught. I think it
Yeah,
went
I
unnoticed
definitely
a
think
while
so.
ago.
Yeah.
I always forget too that Tatum was Dewey's younger sister because she fucking dies, and then I'm pretty sure Dewey never mentions her again in any of the other
It
movies.
really is forgotten about in the other movies, isn't it? She's never
Yeah,
brought up again, and Dewey never really acknowledges her death at all.
right?
At all. I was waiting for like that scene where Dewey finds her body when he's like in her
Yeah,
house or something, and it just never happened. Neve ends up seeing her. Sydney ends up seeing her.
yeah.
Towards the end, but Dewey doesn't. I always thought that was such a missed opportunity there. Yeah.
Completely agree. It's like, why even include that like
Yeah,
familial connection if you're not gonna like follow through with it at all?
I mean, I like it. I like that they're related, but in the end, yeah, it really doesn't have
They don't
any.
do
Yeah,
anything
it
with
doesn't
it.
have any
Yeah,
payoff, which is
yeah.
disappointing. Yeah. Do you see
Yeah.
his desk, by the way? There's like all these little toys and shit, like he's a fucking child.
Oh
And a
yeah,
Dunkin'
right.
Donuts bag, like.
Billy is just like straight up looking like a mashup of Johnny Depp and David Bowie right now with a slick back hair. Something a little weird about it.
Out of like every scene in the movie, this is probably my least favorite. And I find it funny that they end up making fun of it in the.
Oh my god!
I think it's
Yes.
two in the stab film, but yeah,
Yeah, it's definitely two, and I fucking love that scene.
yeah, it's just this scene. I don't know, man. Doesn't
I
work
agree,
for
it's
me.
not that
It's
great,
some of
but
the most poorly written stuff in this film for sure. I don't know.
I think it's time you got over your mom being raped and killed. Sid.
And then she
Oh,
runs away. What? She literally runs away. Like
I mean,
she
it's
should have
only
like
been a year.
stomped. She should have stomped off like she was pissed, and instead she like flees away like, get away from me! Like I don't know. I that whole scene I would have cut and just cut straight to this or something. But fuck it.
I don't know, like immediately at that scene, you can tell Billy's the killer. Like, just get over your mom being raped and killed. Like, it's no
Yeah.
big deal. Just do it. Like, oh yeah,
It's like,
sure, okay.
dude, my fucking mom left my dad. Your mom's dead. Get over it. It's like, okay.
But just imagine a principal saying and doing this shit to someone this. Yeah, look at this girl. Look at this girl. She just came out of the stall, and look what she does with her finger. Look what she does. Look what she does. Just came out. No water. No water
hold
running
on,
at all.
hold on.
We're gonna do some lipstick, and then
Ew! I never noticed that.
I was like, why?
But also,
You're in the bathroom.
this-
Don't put your fingers in your mouth.
my thoughts on this is that it's a prankster. They don't even
Really?
they don't even have a knife in their hand. Watch.